Okay, it's time. M6S Melee walkthrough. If you've not seen my videos before, this is not a full-on guide. This is a Melee walkthrough. If you want a detailed guide on how every part of this fight works, go watch a good guide. I suggest Hector. So let's get this through. Let's get this fast. So I am Melee 2 in this encounter. Strategies we're using is Toxic Friend / Hector and Cleave Maxing. Is the music too loud? No, it'll be fine. Okay. Like I said, I'm Melee 2. This poll got a little messy at the end, but I'm pretty sure that it's still good footage that'll show what you gotta do. Moose Mural is just a raid wide. Things still hit kind of hard. And then the boss is going to do a Tank Buster. So, really quick, this Tank Buster is going to happen frequently. The tanks have to really pay attention. One of them has to be close, one of them has to be far. They have to make sure they're getting hit by the right color and all that jazz. But we, as a melee DPS, we're just going to stand on the edge of the hitbox. See how the whole group is just standing on there? That's all you have to do for all the Tank Busters. First half of this fight is actually pretty smooth, pretty boring. It's really the ad phase in the second half that gets weird. All right, the boss is gonna give you wings. So once this debuff runs out, you're going to lunge forward in the direction that you are facing. Then, okay, she just shot her gun 4 times in the air. This is gonna be whether it is a 2-party stack or a light party stack. If she shoots her gun 4 times, that's gonna be a 2-party stack. If she does twice, then it's a light party stack. And I'll show you how that resolves after the next mechanic. So you have to remember whether it was 2 or 4. Then she's gonna draw 2 pictures. The variation for this is a lot, but basically the succubus, wherever the line for the succubus goes, that's going to create a giant AoE, and the bombs are going to make smaller AoEs. There's going to be other combinations of this as well, but you can probably find a chart online that has like a better version of what I'm about to draw, but let's just draw it real quick. So the succubus is just going to, like, if the succubus was over here, it's just going to explode, okay? If the bombs, they're going to be like over here, and they're just going to explode. If the bombs have wings, then the bombs are going to jump and explode. If it is a Malboro, you know, that's Malboro. That's a Malboro. They're going to do a cone. And what else? If another one's drawn, I'll do it. But basically, you need to go to a intercardinal that's going to make you safe from this. So let's see how this goes. So the bombs are being placed on this side. So this entire side's going to explode. Blue might not be a good idea. This entire side's going to explode. And then the succubus is going over here. So this side is going to explode. So that means we need to end up over here at 3. But remember, we have this wings debuff that's on us. So we're going to have to go over here and get flung this way and to not get hit by these. So just go right on the marker. Gonna get flung. And then remember, she shot her gun 4 times. So now you're gonna go into your 2-person stacks. If you're melee 2, you're gonna go. There's no good color to use on this. If you're melee 2, you're gonna go to the corner. If you're melee 1, you're gonna go forward. 2-person stack. And then we go forward. Okay? She's gonna use Sticky Moose a few times in this fight. you're going to go to your clock position. So as Melee 2, my normal clock is going to be here. And 2 random people are going to get hit. Okay, so you saw I got hit here. I got hit here. This person got hit here. We need everyone else who's not hit needs to collapse on that person because it turns into a 4-person stack. So this is very clearly this person's on light party 1. I'm light party 2. So we're gonna go accordingly that way. It doesn't have to be from light parties. So like, let's say for example, it was me and this person. Then like the people in their clocks just like put it in sideways and kind of use your eyes and go to whichever one is closest to you. It's not that hard. You can just kind of eyeball it normally. Color Riots is another tank buster, just like all the other tank busters. So we're gonna go right on the edge of the hitbox. I still haven't fixed my recording settings. I apologize for the poor quality here. All right, desert phase. I like to turn my camera to face this way. What most groups are doing is they're hanging out. This is technically north, and you're just gonna go kind of side to side for this whole thing. The only thing you need to pay attention to is 1 DPS. Well, multiple people, but 1 DPS is gonna get this deformation. It looks like, it's hard to look at my screen, but it looks like a man that's burning. At the end of this, before that debuff runs out, you're gonna go to that corner over there. If you don't have that deformation debuff, then you're just gonna go center after this. You can see I have another debuff here. This is just a stack, but everyone should be going center, so that resolves on its own. And we have all the cactus, or the cacti. I think there's like 4 different combinations or patterns for this. You're just gonna kind of look at them and eyeball it. But as you can see, we're just kind of staying around north and going back and forth. You're gonna see all of the combinations, and you're just gonna dodge them. It's not hard. After that, that's another sticky moose. Resolve the exact same way. Go to your clock. 2 people are gonna get hit. I got hit, and your light parties collapse on them. I'll fall down. Okay, next, huge quicksand. So, the way I know how to go here. So basically, when you look at all the corners, one corner is gonna have a cactus. That's a cactus, like right in the corner. And us as DPS, we're gonna go to the opposite one. In this footage, I saw that this was empty, this was empty, this was empty. So I didn't even bother to look at this one because I know that one has a cactus. So I knew to go to this one. Okay, double style. So melee 1 is gonna be around here. Melee 2 is gonna be around here. If you are tethered to this normal bomb that doesn't have wings, you're gonna stand in the quicksand until the debuff runs out. If you have the bomb with wings, you're gonna stand max melee, you know, right about there. What do I get? I get the one with the bomb. You can still hit the boss here. So see him just kind of spread out so we don't get clipped. The bomb drops, and we move out of the quicksand. Alright, we are approaching, I think it's a tank buster now? Yeah, tank buster. We are approaching ads phase. I already did like a really short video of what ads phase should look like. So we'll do it again in this video. Basically, as far as we're concerned, you're holding your damage. Notice I'm going into this with full resources. I overcapped just a tiny bit. You can probably spend, honestly, and be okay. So you don't overcap. I overcap just a tiny itsy bitsy bit just so I can smash the ads as hard as possible. We're gonna kill this Yan that's on the left first. The cat is likely gonna jump on you. Cleave the cat if you can. I actually throw a little bit of damage right on the cat, just because I know we're gonna kill the Yan, because our damage is fine. Once the Yan is dead, just start building gauge. Should be holding your 2 minutes until about now. And the tank was a little slow here, but the tank is going to pull all the ads onto this manta ray, and we're hitting the manta ray and cleaving everything around it. Keep cleaving things as we move to the next manta ray. Kill that manta ray while cleaving everything around it. And keep cleaving things until the Jabberwocker is targetable. Something that's really useful for this ads phase is the enemy list here. So the tab targeting in Final Fantasy is pretty bad. So if you can just like click the target that you want, like the Jabberwocker, just click on the enemy list, you'll target it. This Jabberwocker, as soon as it's targetable, start single targeting it down, cleave if you got it. The tank is gonna stun it first, and then once that stun runs out, melee 1 is going to stun it. Normally that's enough to kill it. After the second stun, a third stun doesn't really do much anyway, but it should be dead. Okay, after that Jabberwocker's dead, if there's any squirrels alive, kill the squirrels and then kill the cat, because the cat will enrage. Vipers are so good at this phase because they cleave and they can hit the cat with their coils. It's just really good. Next, just start hitting something. If you can put a little bit of damage on the squirrels, that's fine, but I'm mostly hitting them for gauge because there's another Jabberwocker. Once this Jabberwocker is active, we kill it the same way. And if you're a Viper like me, like you should have another reawakening to just smash it to bits. Tank's gonna stun it, then the melee 1's gonna stun it, and you should kill it while cleaving down everything else. After the Jabberwocker is dead, kill the East Manta Ray. Most of the ad phase is cleaving as much as possible and sticking to the kill order. Okay, once the manta ray is dead, kill the cat. Cat's dead. Once the cat's dead, kill the other manta ray. That's really important because the cat was about to enrage. Once the last manta ray is dead, finish off the squirrels. This is another 2-minute window. Go ahead and pop them. Once the squirrels are dead, finish off the Yans. And around this time, there should be, there's arrows that are gonna shoot. And there's like, it's kind of hard to find the right safe zone. So you just gotta eyeball it while you're killing the Yans. Dodge the arrows. And somewhere around this time, all of the ads should be dead. If they're still alive right now, then it's likely going to be a wipe. Tank Buster, just like all the others. Then a raid wide. And if you get past ads, that's really the only hard part of the fight. The rest of the fight is, you know, there's a few things after that you know you're probably gonna have to see, but it's fine. Next, we're gonna go to lightning phase. Okay, so she's gonna do either fire and arrows, or she's gonna do like lightning and arrows. So if it's lightning, you have to spread, and if it's fire, you have to stack. If it's fire, you need to go in the river. If it's lightning, you need to be on land. Light Party 1 is going to stack somewhere around here while dodging the arrows. Light Party 2 is going to stack somewhere around here while dodging the arrows. So this is fire. I'm just kind of taking a look at the sides, dodge the arrows, and we take the Light Party stack. There are websites that will show you diagrams. Like, I really like this one. I'm pretty sure this stands for where the fuck do I go? But there's diagrams on this. Like, here we go. We have like Melee 1 and Melee 2 spots. It's not extensive, but it's a pretty good resource to just look at diagrams. Always useful. Continuing on. Okay, so after you do the arrows, you're gonna want to stack basically right here, whether you're under the boss or not. The screen is gonna flash lightning. It's very noticeable, and then it's gonna drop an AoE wherever you were standing. Think like twisters from UCOB. So everyone's gonna stack right here, and then as soon as the flash goes off, just move. If everyone's stacking together, it doesn't really matter which direction you move, just move. And flash, move. I'm a Viper, so I go out and drop a coil just for safety. And now, this phase is really just the same thing like 4 different times. You can see this cloud here, that's gonna make a big AoE. And then the party is gonna stand on the opposite bridge. If you're a DPS and you have this marker, you go to the right. And if you're a support, you go to the left. It's very simple, but you gotta book it. You have a decent amount of time, but not as much as you would probably like. So you just gonna have to eyeball it. The storm is moving this way, so the AoE is gonna be like here. So we gotta move across from the storm. I play this pretty sloppy, I'm gonna be honest. My rotation goes all to hell. It's kind of a nasty spot because there's like a 2-minute cooldown coming up, but people are still like moving in and out and everything. So like for a melee, it just kind of sucks. I gotta change my recording settings. This footage is not great. Okay, I have the marker. I see where the safe spot is, and I just go to the right. And see how I'm really far out? It's because it's a pretty big circle. After that, everybody stacks. Hit the boss. And that's the end of lightning phase. Well, there's still lightning going on. But if you're a melee, you're gonna go south. Okay, and if you're a melee, you have the easy job right here. If you're melee 1, you're going to be on the left. If you're melee 2, you're going to be on the right. And make sure you're kind of sideways from the boss, because there's going to be a cone, and you don't want to hit any of those people on the other side. The ranged are like baiting things and keeping room so they don't like hit their towers and whatnot. We as melee, we get to chill. Don't go into your tower yet, because there's going to be another flash. Once you see the flash, you move into your tower. Other than that, you just stand to the side, so you, that cone that just happened there doesn't hit anybody. Flash, move into your tower. You're going to get more wings. So, the wings... You're either gonna get all of the towers in one part of the arena, or you're gonna get 4 towers in one part of the arena. If it's all of the towers here, we gotta stay in this spot, and we have wings, so it's gonna jump us. So we're gonna go to this corner here, the southeast corner, and we're just gonna jump this way to make sure we stay in the same quadrant. If instead it is 4 towers in one spot, we're gonna jump to whichever spot has 4 towers. and we jump, and then we have to take towers. This is where things get a little messy in this recording, because as you can see, there's like 2 people that are dead. So we tank LB3 this just to make sure that we live. Now there's lots of towers here, and this is again a good time to have you know, the diagrams that are in that are in all of the resources. So as you can see here, melee 1 is south, melee 2 is there, and if it was another combination, we have melee 1 north, melee 2 south, and I'm doing this in Party Finder, so I'm always kind of eyeballing it, getting ready to adjust. But so if we're looking at this is gonna be my tower right here because I'm melee 2. Wait for the flash, go into my tower. Tank LB3 because 2 people are dead. And after that, it's pretty much all the same mechanics from the beginning. Right now, there's a sticky moose. If you remember that, that's when you go into your clock positions and 2 people get stuck, right? You do have to spread. You can see that the boss is kind of close to the wall, so we can't really do good clock positions. As long as you're spread, you can usually kind of eyeball it and make it work, and that's what we do in this run. So there's someone on the left and someone on the right, so like people with melee, people in light party 1 goes left, people in right party 2 goes right. Just kind of eyeball it. It's not that bad. We got a tank buster. And then this is the exact same mechanic from the beginning of the fight. Exactly the same. They're going to give you wings. She's going to shoot her gun 2 or 4 times. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 times, which means we're going to do 2-person stacks. And we got bombs and succubus. So we're going to go to the corner to jump away from both of those. Go into 2-person stacks. I'm melee 2, so I go to the corner. If I'm melee 1, I would go forward. And if you've made it this far, this would be Enrage, where all hell breaks loose and you just have to kill the boss. Yeah, so a really fun fight. I like this fight a lot. Mostly because of the ad phase. Other than the ad phase, it's a pretty normal encounter, but the ads, there's like no other phase that I'm aware of. If this was useful to you, let me know. If it wasn't, I don't know why you're still here. Have a good one.